All right, live look over Seattle Stadium, where the United States unfortunately just lost to Belgium in the round of 16 portion of the FIFA World Cup. It was a hard-fought game, though.
They just got behind early. Belgium defeated the Americans 4-1. Belgium came out swinging early in this one, taking a 1-0 lead in the first 10 minutes of the match. The U.S. would retaliate with a free kick goal in the 33rd minute. But Belgium would go on to score 2 more goals.
Despite the outcome, this game will go down as one of the biggest sporting events in Seattle history for sure. Tens of thousands of soccer fans packed all around the city.
King 5 has team coverage for you on this historic day in Seattle. We're going to check in with King 5's Jim Nelson in just a few minutes on the waterfront watch party. But let's begin with King 5's Paul Sylvia. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Greg, yeah, it's really a bit of a disappointing evening for sure for American soccer fans. You know, they saved their worst game for this one across the street here in the round of 16. Their defense really struggled. We knew that that was going to be a problem going into this World Cup. The U.S. was going to have to shore things up in that back third. Belgium clearly studied some film and knew the best way to attack that U.S. defense was to just be aggressive. And as you mentioned, they got right after it. It paid off in the 9th minute. The Americans showing some hesitation in the box, and Belgium capitalized with aggression. Charles de Ketelaere scores for a 1-0 lead. The U.S. countered on a free kick, center of the field, just outside the box. Malik Tillman fired a shot and scored off a deflection to tie the game at 1-1. Belgium regained the lead just 61 seconds later when de Ketelaere scores on a header. Again, some mistakes on the defensive end have cost the Americans in this match. They trailed 2-1 midway through the second half. Now, 57th minute, Hans Vanaken scores on a very weak play by goalie Matt Freese of the U.S. He came out, he misplayed the ball outside his box. He left it for Vanaken to just pop it right past him, and there was just no way to stop it. And, of course, Belgium adds a late goal to make it 4-1. So it is over for the U.S., a team that came into this World Cup ranked 16th in the world. Belgium ranked 9th going into this match, and Belgium clearly did not play its best soccer going into this match, and it left American fans very optimistic that this U.S. team, fired up, riding some momentum, could take care of business and win it here at what has been the best home venue for this team, and it just didn't happen. So, unfortunately, like I said, they saved their worst game for last, and that was it across the field. The mistakes cost them dearly in this one. They lose it 4-1. World Cup is over for the Americans. Back to you.
All right, Paul, thanks so much. They did not look like the teams we saw the first couple of rounds for sure. All right. You know, ticket prices really dominated conversations around the World Cup in the U.S. this year. In the past, FIFA was pretty upfront about the ticket costs, posting charts showing prices for each round and seating category. For example, in 2018 in Russia, a standard group stage ticket was about $105 for the cheapest seats in the house, about a little bit more than that for some of the best seats. This time around, FIFA never released the price table. Fans who were lucky enough to get into the first pre-sale round reported prices at between $60 and $600 for a standard ticket. Belgium fans who have been to other World Cups say that the prices are noticeably different.
The price tickets are insane, 3 or 4 times more expensive. It needs to be affordable for everybody. And I think this World Cup is a little bit more for the people who are from the business, who are like very, very wealthy.
And have you seen the resale costs with tickets going for thousands depending on the game? For today's match in Seattle, tickets on SeatGeek earlier today ranged from about $1,500 to $8,000.
Well, let's talk some big money. The World Cup has meant huge business for prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket. Kalshi did more than $30 billion in trading volume last month. That's more than a 70% increase from May's total of nearly $18 billion. Polymarket hit a volume record high today, I think, or not today, but hit a volume record high of $10.8 billion. That was for June. As for tonight's game, more than $64 million has been traded on Kalshi and $122 million on Polymarket on whether the U.S. will win the tournament.
Well, from betting on the outcome to fans living every moment in real time, World Cup energy still going strong along the Seattle waterfront.
King 5 Jim Nelson live out there for us. How's the mood right now, Jim?
Well, the mood has definitely turned. I think people were really hoping and believing that the U.S. would win this match and head on down to Los Angeles for the round of 8, but just wasn't in the cards today, as Paul laid out. Just fell behind a little bit too early. The crowd is mostly cleared from the Overlook Walk. However, the waterfront itself still pretty packed. Mostly people trying to get out of here, but it is, of course, slow moving. The official party along the pier is ending, save for a few prompts from the host or the MC. Not a whole lot of energy and excitement left with the fans here. I've been talking to so many of them throughout the course of this tournament, and even though the U.S. lost, I get the feeling that so many just soaked in this moment and enjoyed having all of this in their own backyard.
Man, this is America right here. God bless. I grew up on Queen Anne, was a working man's town. America never going to forget this. It's the first time we're ever going to see this. Come on, the World Cup in America.
So there we go, and it was a fun ride while it lasted. Certainly the 6 games that were played here at Seattle Stadium. I'm going to go back to calling it Lumen Field now that they're done hosting games. But a lot of fun, a lot of just exciting opportunities for so many fans. But again, the ride does come to an end. There will still be watch parties for the remaining teams, and those have drawn some pretty big crowds as well, but nothing like we saw when the U.S. has been playing, especially when they were playing down the road. Live along the waterfront, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
Thank you, Jim. Well, Visit Seattle is going to be celebrating tonight's game with one final drone show. This is a video from back in June when the U.S. defeated Australia. The drones form the flags of both countries along with the final score. The show tonight will last about 12 minutes. It's set to start about 10 tonight, and you can watch it from the International Fountain at Seattle Center.
I don't know if we want to see that score up there
It'll
for 12 minutes.
It'll still be a beautiful drone show. Just ignore the score.
Yes. Seattle's World Cup run wraps up today, but the tournament, of course, continues. You can follow King 5 for the big moments, fan reaction, and what's next on the road to the final. King 5 app is free to download for your phone and your TV.